Hello watch lovers around the world. I hope you're all doing well. On today's episode, we have something really special. The Ciga Design Blue Planet 2 in 43mm. In 2021, the original Blue Planet was awarded the Challenge Watch Prize at the GPHG, which is pretty much the Oscars for the watch industry. So this watch means serious business. And with the Blue Planet 2, they have added some meaningful changes to build upon those successes. Firstly, let's unbox this bad boy. Just in case the taxman or woman wants to know, yes, my Panerai is used for business purposes. Only kidding. Let's try that again. I've got my cardiac gloves on hand. Now sit back and enjoy some ASMR goodness. And here it is folks, in all its glory. The Ciga Blue Planet 2 in 43mm. First impressions, the case shape reminds me of a pocket watch. But wow, what a dial. It is definitely the standout of this watch. Before we get into the nitty gritty, let's cover the specs. The version I have is 43mm in steel. It also comes in a 46mm size. The watch's thickness is 17 and it has a lug width of 22mm. There is no lug-to-lug measurement as this watch has no lugs. The strap is integrated directly into the case. So on paper, the watch's dimensions does sound a bit daunting. But for those of you who have been in this rap game long enough, we should know that the specs on the paper only tell half the story. Actually trying the watch in person is the real indicator of wearability. The watch is powered by an automatic Miyota movement with Ciga implemented technology. It has 40 hours of power reserve and 30 meters of water resistance. Ciga states an average accuracy range of -15 to +30 seconds per day, which may sound a little concerning for some. The open caseback shows a standard decorated movement at this price point. Now let's take a closer look at the watch. The dial is definitely the star of the show. The continents are remarkably detailed and the deep blue of the ocean is a treat for the eyes. It just makes me want to dive into the dial. Ciga promotes this watch as capturing the beauty and fragility of our Earth, having our beautiful Earth on the wrist as a constant reminder to listen and protect our beautiful home. Boy, do Ciga have an amazing marketing team. In all seriousness, looking at this watch makes me appreciate the Earth's beauty, and it makes me want to become a more responsible person. Perhaps walking to the supermarket instead of driving, or flushing the toilet once a day. So how in the world do you tell the time on this watch? Excuse the pun. Well, I hear you barking, big dog. Let me try my best to explain. The globe on the dial does one rotation every hour. The compass acts as both the hour and minute hand pointer. The outer ring is the hours indicator, while the inner ring is the minutes indicator. For example, at the moment, the watch is telling the time 12:20. Well, I'm pretty sure it is. It takes some time getting used to, But hey, that's the fun in owning such a unique piece. Now let's take a closer look at the watch's amazing finer details under the macro lens. So since filming the initial unboxing, I've had the privilege of wearing this watch for about 2 weeks straight. And I have to say, this watch is definitely something outside of what I would normally consider. But I do like a watch that has a unique design, and this piece takes the cake. These past 2 weeks have definitely been an eye-opener for me into the world of micro brands. There are so many amazing watches out there to explore. And here are my thoughts after my 2 weeks experience. Well, the first few days I wore it, I was a bit on the fence, but since then it's grown on me. I can get lost looking at this dial for hours on end. As I mentioned earlier, on paper the dimensions of the watch sounds daunting, especially to the modest wrist size people like myself. But having worn the watch for an extended period of time, I think it wears really well. The case doesn't have any lugs, meaning there's no overhang on the wrist. The straps slope straight down, ensuring a snug fit. Secondly, the thickness. At 17mm, it's definitely at the high end of thick watches. But I can tell you, it's not because of any design limitation of the company. It was intentionally designed this way to closely replicate the shape of the Earth, which I think they have done a fantastic job with. The way it pops out is surreal. It is worth noting, due to its bubble-shaped design, the thickness significantly decreases as you reach the bezels. So overall, I think it wears pretty well for me, and I also think it's a good unisex option. And just in case you were wondering how it looks on a 2-year-old's wrist, here you go. The time reading on this watch is not the easiest, and it will take some time to get the hang of. But I think for this kind of watch, you're buying it for the beautiful design first and time telling second. I will say the numerals are on the smaller side on this watch. It might be worth upsizing to the 46mm if you have trouble reading the numbers. The 46 also has lume. Ciga states an accuracy range of -15 to +30 seconds per day, which is not the best. But accuracy on watches is not that important to me, as long as I'm not late for a train or a meeting. And I'm happy to say that this watch has passed the hand-wound horology accuracy test. I made all my trains and meetings this fortnight. This watch is no ordinary one, and it's definitely not for the faint-hearted. I had a few friends, colleagues, and even strangers eyeing it and asking me about it, which is a good thing. I enjoy talking watches to anyone and everyone, unless of course you're an introvert that hates talking to people. The case feels pretty sturdy on the wrist. The crown feels secure and winds nicely. The rubber strap is pretty comfortable, and the clasp feels premium. Overall, it feels pretty solid on the wrist. I haven't had any issues with the build quality. In closing, I think this is a great watch that stands out from the sea of generic looking watches out there. I think it's ideal for seasoned collectors who have owned it all and are looking for something different, or just someone that prefers not to follow the crowd. But be warned, having this watch on your wrist will make you think twice about littering or leaving the lights on all night. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked my review of the Blue Planet 2. What are your thoughts on this unique piece? I would love to hear your thoughts. As always, if you enjoy my content, please like and subscribe. Until next time, happy watch collecting.